Alrighty, guys, welcome back. I'm glad to be here. I hope you're glad to be here. So anyway, this is the fourth time I've tried to record this now. Maybe fourth time is a charm. Anyway, so the weekend before I went and got the dues. Sorry, no, 2 weeks before I went and got the dues. The wife, kids, and I went up to Phoenix to go have some fun, just have a day out. And on our way back, we went to pass a string of cars that were all lined up behind one guy. And we had plenty of open road. You know, you could see there was no traffic coming, but still, I think it was 4 cars in the row, and don't exactly want to hang out in the oncoming traffic lane. So I sped up, moved over, went to pass, and as I was just about dead even with the second to last car in the row, he decided he was gonna try to pass the guy in front of him without looking behind him, nothing. So I hit the horn and moved over as far as I could, and apparently that wasn't enough to dissuade him from his actions, and he went ahead and kind of slid into us sideways a little bit. Unfortunately for his Honda, you know, he's significantly smaller and lower than this Durango is, even if at its stock height. So the back of the Durango, the tire kind of caught his car and hopped us up in the air a little bit, and we came down. I mean, luckily we were perfectly fine, pretty much unscathed. His car was not so lucky, but we realized later on, from the time that happened to where we got home, we should have only used about a quarter tank of fuel, and found out that we used about a half a tank of fuel in the time to get here. So something was clearly wrong, and anyway, that's the beginning to this whole saga. So I have some video of the day we got home, I believe it is. Kind of just in general poking around, looking at things. Then there was some more investigating that I did off camera. I didn't even think about it. But we determined that engine and transmission, I mean, engine is fine. I mean, engine is not fine, but the engine was no worse for wear from that incident. The transmission was already kind of sketchy and getting towards the end of its life anyway. But I think the transfer case was the one that really took the brunt of it on that one. I don't know if I recorded it yet. I'll look in the footage as I go through it, but you'll see when I pull the fluid out of that transfer case, it's almost black. And I had changed it not that long ago. So anyway, yeah, let's get to it. So this was the main point of impact. We nailed him right where his driver's door meets the A pillar or B pillar. So we got some scuffing here. This is plastic, so the body itself didn't actually take damage. Our tire definitely made contact with his paint job. There was some swirls on the side of his car, and a little bit of white paint back here. You can see that, probably not. But for the most part, I mean, like I said, there's no actual body damage. Well, at least on initial inspection, everything appears to be straight. I gave it a little wiggle up and down. Suspension is moving freely. Oh, let's see here. Bottom leaf looks like it got moved over just a hair, but I don't think that's important. That same could same thing could happen just through time. It does look like the rear diff's been leaking, but I don't think it was from this. Not real sure where it's coming from. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. You know, there's no bed frame. Like I said, suspension's all lined up. Looks like it's moving freely. So let's check these brakes. Ugh. Hey, I gotta move you to get the jack in here. Well, actually, let's see if you can ride on the jack. Let's see. Yep, we're gonna want to go over here. All right. Just a minute here. How much you guys are going to be able to see at this point. I only have so many hands. There we go. Contact. All right. Wheel bearings are feeling good. Oh, guess it helps if it's not in gear. All right, she's in neutral now. I don't know. Brakes don't seem to be binding, but drivetrain kind of feels like it is. More so in reverse than forward. That's not good. Alright, next crazy test. I'm going to chalk the wheels. I'm going to put it in drive. I don't think this thing has a positrack rear end, so this wheel should free spin. Tape it will wobble to it. Interesting. Just so you're aware, yes, I am recording on my phone. Yes, I am currently being attacked by a beast of a cat, but I got this for the Durango. I definitely don't care about it being chrome, but it was the only one that I could find that had a screw-in plug. I don't know how aware you guys are about these first-gen Durangos, and well, a lot of other Dodges around the same time, they tried using a rubber fill plug, to keep the fluid in. But once it gets to be, 10, 15, whatever, how many years old, they start to shrink and they start to get loose and they start leaking fluid all over. And if they can leak fluid out, well, guess what? Stuff can get in. So, I found this pan on eBay. No, I apologize. I found this pan on Amazon. I will put the link in the description. Hopefully I remember. But it looks good. This is the first time I've seen it. I haven't pulled it out and looked at it before. I apologize doing this one-handed. I might scuff it up so it's not so shiny. I know some people would freak out about it, but we are not extravagant people who want shiny things like this. If it's factory shiny, that's one thing, but I mean, most people, the only reason you have a shiny diff pan is you want to show off. Well, I don't care about showing off. I just don't want it to leak from the seal, and I don't want it to leak from the fill port. So, and I apologize. I know I'm doing this backwards for you guys. This is how it would sit on the truck. Alrighty, so this is an NP231 according to the tag, which kind of threw the guy at the transmission place because he was sure it was a, 242 I think he said. Anyway, so this is the drain hole here. This is a 10mm hex or Allen key, whatever you want to call it. Fits in there like so. We're gonna pop that guy out and drain the drain the transfer case. Hopefully it wasn't put in by Hercules. Oh God. It was. Get a better grip here. Nope. Jeez. I need a bigger hammer. Well, bigger tool at least. After these messages, we'll be right back. I just decided to get a cheater. Come on. There you go. Oh, Jesus. There's no reason that should have been that tight. Apparently somebody was afraid of a leak. Alright, let's see what this baby looks like. Ooh, yeah. For a transfer case, that is burnt up. That's probably drained enough. I mean, we're down to just drips, so I need the pan back. Now that there's transmission fluid all over everything. Call that good. Alright, so this is the transmission pan. There are an absolute buttload of little bolts going around this thing, so I'm just going to try to prop you guys up and go to super high speed mode. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, no. Really? Every time. I've never done a transmission pan you don't make a huge mess. It's just ridiculous. These damn manufacturers don't put drain plugs in them. No, no. Couldn't possibly do that. That would make sense. As soon as I get a machine that can TIG, every vehicle I get is going to get a drain plug and the transmission pan. Well, if it's an automatic. I don't think I got most of the spill wrangled in. Now the only thing left to do is just let this guy leak. Well, I got to thinking about it, and I'm not going to have time today to pull this transmission out. So I'm going to wait on pulling the pan the rest of the way down. Even after I drain all that, I'm going to put the pan back on for the removal process. But yeah, running short on time today. I need to get ready for my regular 9 to 5. So we will pick this back up either tonight or tomorrow. Alright guys, so when it comes to getting this transfer case out, you got to get the cross member out. There are 4 bolts or nuts in here that hold the mount to the cross member. They are 13 millimeter. I already have these 2 out. You can't really see them, but there's basically one on either end of this. Oopsie. There's one. Alright, that's it. So now the mount is loose from the cross member. To get the cross member out, there are going to be a total of 8 bolts. Pretty much they go over the torsion bars on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing on the other side. I believe these are 15s. So we'll get the transmission supported, and then we'll zip these guys out. I think it's moving now. I need both hands. Alright. Are we recording? Yeah, okay. We're good. Alright, this side is free. Go over to the other side. Alright, here we go. Last 4. Switch hands. Uh-oh. I accidentally switched it over to tighten. Yeah. Alright. 2 left. Sorry for all the cameras swapping. This one should let it probably start tipping down. Or not. Alright, that's interesting. Last one. Huh. Maybe it's got a little bit of a pinch to it. That's interesting. I pretty much just had to touch it. That dirt was just holding it in. Alright, cross member out. Yay. One step closer. Let's see. Looks like we can't get to the upper mount bolts without taking the lower mount bolts out. Which, I don't think we really need to take the upper mount off anyway. I just need to take this guy off. Is that a 15 as well? Alright, so it appears these four are 16mm bolts, and they were put in by Hercules because I had to use a breaker bar and a lot of strength to get them going. Come on. I can't find it. I got a noodle arm going on. There we go. Yeah. Pooh. We do have to take the bottom mount off because we have to get to those bolts. Those bolts. That's annoying. Because I bet they put those on with an impact also. That is so random. 16 on here. 16 on here. 15 on there. Yeah, that makes sense. See if I can get you guys propped up somehow. Maybe I can use this motor mount or transmission mount. Maybe you can see what I'm doing. I guess there's one in here, since there's a socket-sized hole. Ooh, that was kind of tight. Alright, whoop. And I knocked you guys over. Probably right there. Yeah? No? Yep. Okay. Here we go. No Loctite. Ow. Also, ow. Okay, now we've exposed those. Yay. Looks like the hardest ones to get to are going to be over here against the exhaust. Hurrah. Are those all 15s? Yep. Crunchy, chunky 15s down here on the bottom. It's good stuff. The flavor of life. So I may have misstated things a little while ago, and when I said that these were for the transfer case, they're not. This is the adapter between the transmission and the transfer case. The transfer case bolts, or nuts I should say, are back here, you know, going up and around. I don't think I'm going to be able to access those with the way things are, the tools I have, the limitations on space. So it's going to be easier for me to get to all of these on the adapter plate, pull the two as a whole unit. If I can. I got to double check and make sure there's not a lock ring or something in there. If there is, then I'll have to get the exhaust out of here now. I was going to try to wait on that, let the bolts soak with the PB for a while, because I'm not even sure when or if those have ever been off before. So I gave one a twist a little while ago and it was not having it, so we'll get these other ones squirted real quick. Anyway, I'm hoping just to get the transfer case out first. Then I don't have to worry about having that hovering over my head while I'm doing the rest of this. Then I'll get the exhaust out, all that good stuff. But we'll see how things work out. For the moment, I'm going to zip out some of these bolts. So to figure out where I put the driver. Oh, side note. This little heat shield I took off while you weren't watching. It goes up here between the exhaust and it covers up this solenoid on the side. That is a pain in the butt. I had to literally run extensions all the way out over the cross member for the what you call them, torsion bars, and then it was kind of stuck in there, so I just kind of had to forcefully weasel it out of there, but it'll come out. Then you can get to the actual stud heads, which are holding that on there. There you are. And I'm not getting in there without a wobbly bit. Hey, look, a wobbly bit. Ooh. I need to get a bunch of Ziploc bags so I can label them for where these bolts go to. And the Sharpie on my desk.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm not sure if those studs are 15s. They look like they might be bigger. Let us find out. Let us. Let us find out. I might be delirious from the heat already. I don't know. Ow, Jesus. Perfect place for a self-tapping screw. Oh, hell no. That's way bigger than a 15. So the question is, what is it? Got a 17 here. Bigger, smaller? What do we got? Bigger. Wow. That's impressive. Now I'm really curious. And I'm probably going to have to put a pry bar on this catalytic converter to get the room I need. Of course, it all comes back to the exhaust. I don't know, I might break out the air gun and just snap those bolts off. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I shouldn't have said that. See, I can get to that one with a wrench. That's not an issue. But just above that, it's got a, what do you want to call it? Like a support brace in the casting that divides the bottom half from the upper half as far as, you know, just the bolt pattern goes. But you can't get a tool up past it. You have to work above it. So getting the one off doesn't matter if I can't get the other. Perfect times. Perfect times. Alright, we'll be back. But not today. Sorry folks, I ran out of time, energy, and ability to work on the Durango for the moment. We will be getting back to it pretty quickly because the oil pan for the Deuce won't be here till the end of the month, unfortunately. Apparently it got delayed in customs. Imagine that. And not what you're thinking. The pan was coming from Alaska. It got delayed in Canada. I didn't buy no Chinese crap. Anyway, I wanted to make a quick shout out. We are up over 2,500 subscribers. That is huge, guys. I really appreciate any time and effort you've put into getting my name out there. And I appreciate you just coming by and checking out the videos. You know, likes and comments, everything helps. So, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Until next time, I love you. Take care. Bye. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Get Heated's little shit show.
Time to die.
I'm doing my part. Are you?